Start. Yeah, so as I said earlier, get CSS value is to get the CSS property. So this all value we can get it from the uh, from the document object model, okay, for the particular web element. Let me try to show that it will be important interview question. So it won't use in real time much. Yeah, so it will be important for interview. Just try to understand what is the get css method, the purpose. So remember that you, with help of get css value method, you will be able to get the color of the web element and background and font weight, you know the font size. So these options will be able to get with help of this method from the debug. Okay, so I'm just opening the same adapt portal application, and let me see what is this. Paste. Okay, I'm just trying to see because of I can see some colors, right? So I just written the syntax for this one important note. Okay, and let me see how the things will work. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to get the font size of that particular element and printing it. Next, getting the color of the web element, that important note, this web element, and getting the font weight. I'm printing it on font family. Okay, let me see, and background as well. Let me try to run and see how the results output would be. Just remember this get css value method name and remember these arguments. That's it. Somewhere it's not saved. Okay, font size, color, font weight, and font family background. Remember these arguments for to pass this method. So there will be less chance to ask this question in interview, but if you remember, it will be nice. So real time, we will not use this get CSS 99 percentage. There will be 1% chance we can use it. But in real time, I used actually in one of my project, one of my company. Okay. So we are not logging, right? Let me go and see what are the things. Okay, so first would be font size. So font size is this one, 16 px, and color would be this one. Okay, and it will written in the RGBA format. You can see that in the DOM basically, and get CSS value. You see here. Okay, so I selected this one. Font size is 16 px and padding 10 px. Font weight is bold and color is this one. You see, these are the properties of that particular web element. The same thing we'll be able to see in the console as well. Okay, so it will be in the styles. Second. Okay, but based on this, like you'll be able to verify whether we'll be getting the actual correct values or not with help of this information. Okay, font size 16 px, 16 px, font weight, something it is some font weight is, yeah, bold. Here we're getting something very different. but you need to use the same thing, same parameters. Actually color would be it is showing returning in this one. What else is there? Separate font family, font family. Okay, you see here font family is this one, 1 2 3 4. Same thing I can see here, font family. Verdana, Arial, Helvetica, Sans. So these are the font families. What else I can see? So if you want to get these values, then you can use this one and try to get and see what the values are returning. So this is the basically the CSS value is to get the the background of the web element. Any question on this? Just remember this one method and these arguments parameters. Okay, I'll take it as no. Next would be handling multiple elements. Okay, I already shown this. So remember that uh, for find elements, the return type is list of web element. For find element, return type is web element. Very, very, very important interview question. So they will ask what is the return type of find element. So you should be in a position to tell the answer like web element. So don't get confused. List of web element, find element, web element. Very, very important interview question. Very important. So without this question, they will not, end the interview actually. Finish the interview. So this I already shown you sample to count the links. Okay, next topic would be checkbox. Mm, Checkbox. Okay, so we can able to select more than one value at a time. We can select the multiple checkbox at a time as well. Uh, so I'll show. Let me see if I use any specific application for checkbox. Checkbox here. There is much difference. Just XPath and right clicking on that. That's it. Okay, let me see what is this. I want to show you how the checkbox will be. Not aware. So okay, demoq.com registration. This is the website I just taken. Let's see this XPath. What it is. Okay, I think there is a dance. I believe something. Let me run and see. It's just XPath only. Just writing the XPath and clicking on using the click method to select the checkbox. That's it. Nothing much difference. Let's see whether this application will get open or not. If not, I'll go with the document application. So whatever they used, this is the application. Okay. The application itself it is not opening. Apparently. That is fine. Let me see this one. Oh, I think they use the same one. But I'll show what would be the check how the checkbox would be. You see here, I'll just zoom it. You see hobby, dance, reading, cricket. So these are like checkboxes. Okay, so if I want to select the radio checkbox, then I can go and inspect for this reading checkbox option, and I'll be able to write the XPath or whatever it is located with help of locators. I can use the click method to check the checkbox. Okay, so I think the application is not working, but that is fine. We just click and just you people already know how to write the XPath. So with help of XPath, you can go and click the checkbox with help of click method. So select more than one value. So these are the same. You can use. getting the list of web element and storing it using the for. I think they are using for each, and they'll be one by one. They'll be clicking. So this is a simple. So you can go on, click the checkboxes multiple times at a time. So nothing much here. You can see they're opening that application and they're using list of web element. They're storing checkboxes into the list of web element with help of W list web element reference. Okay, they'll be using for each, and they'll be using the click method to click the values. So what basically it will do, if there are 10 values, so it will go for first value, it will try to click, and again the loop, the iteration will continue that to the second value, and again it will click, again it will go to the third value, again it will click. So till that the last value it will go and click that. Once the values are, the count is been completed, so then it will come out of from the for each. Okay. This is just by using the conditions. So if I want to select some particular values from particular checkboxes, then I can open the application, and I'll try to use this XPath. Okay, and I'll use the for each, and I do some condition, extract get attribute of value. So what basically it will return, it will try to return the value of the checkbox. So it will return the dance and reading and cricket, and it will try to match this value, and this is or. Okay, either this or this, anyone can be okay. And we are trying to match with the cricket value. If anyone is getting matched, then it will go and click the check boxes. So this is the thing they have written over here, nothing much difference. So it is simple one. By using loop, for loop as well, we can go and the get the size, and you can, this is a normal for loop, and with help of, you see, I use get of I dot get text to get the value. Right, the same way they used the drop down, I mean the checkboxes reference, the list of web element reference dot get of I dot click. So if it is 10 values, it will go and click 10 times on the checkbox. So if you want to select the value, I mean, if you want to print the value, whatever is selected, use that condition. We already know that dot is selected. If it is condition is getting true, then you can go and get the value, print the value with help of get attribute method. Very simple. You can go and unselect the value also if it is already selected. The same XPath, nothing much difference. If it is already selected, if you go and click on it, it will be unselected. There's no much difficult actually. Okay, so you see here difference between the find elements, very important. Find element to handle single element like checkbox, radar button, or some text box, some headers, something like that. I can give the example. Find elements to handle multiple elements. I can give the drop down and checkboxes, and drop down. Sorry, web table. We can give the example for this one, find elements and links as well. So if you're handling with multiple values, more than one value, then you can go with the find elements. And return type is web element. As I said earlier, return type is web element for find element, and for return type is, so return type is list of web element for find elements. The specified locator is matching multiple elements, then it returns address of first matching element. So what they're saying, the specified locator. So whatever we return the XPath is matching with multiple elements, like one of 10 something. Then it will try to return the first matching element. as I said earlier, it will try to return the first element, the first index. Find elements. If the specified locator is matching multiple elements, then it returns address of all the matching elements. It will try to return all the web elements because we are using find elements. So we are storing it in the list of web element. The return type. The specified locator is not matching, then it returns no such element exception. So whatever written the XPath is not valid, it's not existing in the DOM, then we'll get this exception, no such element exception. And whereas find elements, if the specified locator is not matching, then it returns empty zero. We will not get an exception, but it will try to return list of zero. And as I said earlier, drop down single value, multiple value. So this I already explained. If the list of list box is developed by using select tag, then we can handle it by using select class. As I said, if the tag is select for the drop down, then we can go and use the select class methods to handle the drop down, to select or deselect or get the values or select the values, whatever you want to perform on the drop down. Select class should be imported from the package. So I already showed this one how to import the select class. So this is the package actually, overloaded open created selenium.support UI. From this we'll be able to use that select class method, predefined methods. So select class contains one constructor which takes an argument of type web element, wherein we have to pass address of the of list box. Select class contains some of the methods. Yeah, this I already showed you. So these three methods to select the options. These three methods: deselect by index, value is equal to text. To deselect the options, and you see here get select, get all selected option. To get all the selected options, whatever is selected already, to get them you can use these options. And get first selected option. So you want to verify which one the first, which option is selected first. You can use this method to verify whether that option is selected correctly or not. And get options, this option I already showed you. To get all the options, very very important to question this method. So please try to remember and learn. And this multiple is very important to check whether the list boxes has single or multi select. So these things I already explained. So skip this. So print all the values. Even this also I showed you with normal loop. This is for each. There will be multiple ways to handle in the same solution, for the same solution. This is normal loop. Okay, you can try with these options to see whether things are working or not. Select, this already shown new in program also. So anyone has any question till now? Yes, I'll take it to answer.
No questions.
Yeah, thank you. So definitely you'll get the doubts while practicing. So feel free to ask me whenever you try to get the doubts while practicing. So I'll be happy to assist. So I can support on that also while practicing this method, these programs. Definitely you'll get some doubts, I'm sure. So please let me know. These are example programs. The next concept is very important. Web table, very important in the real time. Very very important this concept actually. So web table is something. Let me show you the example how the web table looks like. I'll select this one. Search. You see here, select table. So I can say this is table. I can inspect here. Let me drag to down. You see, there is a tag called table. Okay. So this is web table. So the table is located or existing in the web page, so that like for that reason we'll say web table. So table, so with help of this tag name I can say this is web table. Even you can see the rows and columns and cells as well. So with help of that also you can say it is web table. And 1 second, yeah. So table t body tr and td, there is another table. Okay, so this is the exact table we are looking for. The select the table t body. Inside t body we have trs. Tr means top table rows. Okay, and we have columns td, td. So wherever you see tr, that is representing as table row. If it is td, it will be table column. Remember it. So with help of these options only, we will be able to handle this web table. Okay, I'll show that. Uh, yeah, so tier table row and th table head and td table column. Okay, uh, let me show that program. So this is a dynamic web table. Okay, so this is the code. Okay, I think it is important concept. Let me create a new class and let me write from scratch and show you. This is table in Selenium. Okay, I'll use a some code, the reusable code, starting code. Send keys up to login, send okay, up to here is fine. I use this one. So what is happening? So I'll explain this related locator later. So I'll comment this one. So a password login. Fundament by dot expert. Very important concept that I'm just writing from scratch. Let me so ID. Mm, okay, and directly I can click it. I'm not going to use that web element anywhere. Okay, so it's not required now. So we are in a position. Now I need to log in. Log in. I need to select this any value. I need to verify. Okay. Let me I'll use this common code to select these things. I'm not going to write the code. This is enough. Select. This is not required. This is also not required. So whatever is required, you can keep it. Nothing, you can remove it. Okay, so Control Shift F, and I need to select the. That is not required. This is required. Okay, let me see what is happening. Here it has to select one value and it has to click on search button. Okay, so we are good to go. Now let me go there and write the code for web element. To handle the web element, we should know what is the table, I mean row count and column count. With the help of this count, so I'll be able to use the for loop and I'll try to handle this web element. Okay, and what I can do, I'll try to get the row count, I mean table row count equal to private dot find element path. See what is the row count here. This is the table. So this is the table. I'll go with the table until tier. So I'll get the row count. Okay, table. Tag name is table. And I can use any one. Mm, there are okay. Spell spacing. What is this one? Okay, that is fine. So I can use this attribute and see at equal to 1. And next would be t body. You see here that row count is 5. Okay, so I'm able to get the row count now. Search. This is out to get the count, to print the count. This is how you can get the row count. So you should write the syntax till tr. Okay, row count, table row count. Use that reference. Same way, I need to write for table column as well, right? So table column, so column count and table column count is, copy this one, paste it here. I should make some changes as per the table column. So I can use what is the next one, td. See, okay, I'll body here, body, file. So here is table head count. Yeah, so I should be able to get the count. The first row, see there are 10 columns. Fine. I put with the XPath now for getting the column count. Paste it over here. Now let me try to run and see whether I'll be able to get the exact count or not. So very important concept in for real time as well. Okay, so we are here. Let me go there. Okay, you see here table row count 5 and table count is 10. Now we are good with the row count and column count. Let me try to write the code to handle the web element now. For I'll use for int I equal to, so I know that row first row is not required for me, and I'll go with the row I equal to true. So I less than equal to which one row count, table row count, and I need to increment that rows I plus plus. Next. So I need to handle the columns as well. So I need to use another for loop int I, sorry, int j equal to 1, and j less than column count j plus plus. Okay, we are good with the two for loops. What I'll do, I'll try to get some value from the drop, I mean web table, and I'll try to verify the match the value. So my requirement is this is the table. I need to verify this any one value from any row, any cell. Okay. Let's see. Is there any difference? Total tweak. Total. Okay. Anything I can verify. String cell data equal to driver dot find element by dot xpath. So I'll use till this. Go there and see. Yes. And it should be dynamic. If you're using for loops, I for this also I'll use dynamically plus j. Okay. So, yeah. So we are good with this one. And is there anything inside it? You see there is a tag called input. Okay. So I'll use input to get the exact values. Fine. Let me go here and paste it. And dot there is a method called getText. I'll use the getText method dot to string. That's it. So remove these things. Fine. Now I'll try to print that sys out cell data. Okay, let's see. Let me run this. What will happen? So I equal to 2. The reason is I don't want the first row. That's why I'm just giving directly 2. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So it is not returning. I understood the reason. Let me go here. So sometimes you won't get anything with help of the text. Okay, what you can do? Uh, Add this one. So what you can do? Go with the get attribute method. Okay. Dot get attribute the value.